We're live. Let's get started. Facebook Messenger marketing. My name is Ezra Firestone. Thank you so much for showing up to this training on Facebook Messenger marketing. I think it's the most exciting topic in marketing right now. It's definitely the biggest wave that you can hop on if you're interested in kind of what's next as it relates to digital marketing. I think that the most valuable thing that you have as an entrepreneur is your time. And when you choose to spend that time with me, I'm going to do my very best to make sure it's worth your while. And you will learn some things that you do not know about how to leverage Facebook Messenger to grow a brand, how to leverage Facebook Messenger to grow a subscriber database, how to leverage Facebook Messenger to sell things. And I'll show you, some examples of what I'm doing in my business. I'll talk to you about, what Facebook Messenger is, where it fits into the ecosystem of online marketing, and where it fits in for brand owners today, and how you can leverage it going forward. And we'll go about, I want to say 60 to 75 minutes with content. And I want you to know that at the end of this presentation, I will offer you the opportunity to train deeper with me, to join a training program that I've created where you can go really deep on Facebook Messenger and, kind of follow along with me and copy all of my funnels and sales strategies for Facebook Messenger. You do not have to join that training program to get value out of this presentation. If you watch this presentation and you use what's in it, you will be more in the know than 99% of brand owners. Now, I'm hearing that there's a little bit of sound issues. So if you're having sound issues, let me know. Let me know in the message box whether or not you are experiencing sound issues. Sound is good. Okay. So some people are having some issues. Apologies about that. Let's keep going. So you'll be in the know. You'll have context on what Facebook Messenger is and where it fits in and how you can leverage it. And then if you're interested, you can join my training program, but you don't have to get value out of this. So let's hop on and keep going. So my name is Ezra Firestone. I run 4 brands that I share publicly: Boom by Cindy Joseph, Be Friendly Skincare, Smart Marketer, which is the brand that you're engaging with right now, and Zipify Apps. I've got about 75, a little bit more team members. We're all virtual. I grew from the ground up. I didn't start with money. And in 2017, my business has made $25.1 million in top line revenue. That's not profit in my pocket. That's our top line revenue. We did make several million in profit as well, but just to be clear, this is not profit, but it's still pretty impressive. So Zipify did 1.5 million. Be Friendly did about 1.6 million. Smart Marketer did about 3.6 million, and Boom did about 19.4, something like that. So this is the breakdown of the revenue on the 4 brands that I share publicly with my community. I have some other stuff going on behind the scenes I don't really talk about, but these are the 4 brands that I kind of open source and share what's working for me and talk about quite a lot. And in order to achieve that $25.1 million in revenue is I spent $6.2 million on advertising. So I spent money on paid amplification to get my message out in front of different groups of people who would find that message relevant and ultimately, hopefully, be interested in the products that I have for sale. Now, my viewpoint is that I spent exactly right. My viewpoint is that there is a perfect top line to spend ratio. So, for example, if you want to have a business that does $1 million in revenue, $1 million in sales, my viewpoint is that there's a certain amount that you should be spending in order to achieve that. Now, my view on it is that 15 to 30% of the top line number that you are attempting to reach is what should be spent on amplification. And what I see with business owners today is that they're just not spending enough, right? Paid amplification is like a workout routine or a diet. It's like, man, you see all those dudes who are all crazy swole nation. They're all like jacked to the gills. They didn't get swole and big and strong or whatever by working out once every, week. They do it every single day. People who are healthy on good diets, who lose weight on diets, they do it every single day. So advertising is no different. And with brand owners, what happens is they spend a little bit and then they stop. They spend a little bit and then they stop. And they wonder why it's not working. You have to consistently put fuel on the fire that is your business. You have to invest money, amplification, to get people to see your offer so that you can refine your offer over time. And I don't care what your budget is. I don't care if it's $1,000 a year. Set it and spend it every single day, because that consistency of paid amplification is what's going to have you get good at figuring out what resonates with people, what doesn't. It's going to give you data that you can play with. So if you look at my ad spend of $6.2 million, my top line revenue, this is 2017 only, of $25.1 million, that is 24.7% of the revenue we generated, we spent on advertising. So it's about right. It's about kind of the perfect ratio, I believe. And I think most people are not spending enough. So whatever you made in 2017, like let's say your top line amount that you made in your business was $10 million, you should be spending between 1.5 and 3 million in 2018. And like I said, it should be happening every single day. It's not like you spend a bunch and then you stop. You spend a bunch and you stop. And I think the way that this budget, and this is going to make sense in the context of the presentation about Messenger, but I'm trying to just bring you into the room a little bit. I think the way that you should spend that money is 50% of that budget. So let's say you've got $1 million. Let's say you're spending, $5,000 a month. Okay. To amplify your brand. Well, $2,500 of that should be spent on getting new people to know that you exist. This is known as awareness advertising. Getting new people to know that you have a business, that you're around, that you exist, that you want to, offer them products. 40% should be spent on retargeting, so re-engaging with people who have seen you at some point before. Watched a video about you on Facebook, visited your product page, visited your shopping cart, whatever. And then 6% should be spent on cross-selling and upselling people who bought from you in the past, and 4% should just be spent on content amplification, just to, add value to your community and stay relevant in front of the people who are your buyers, subscribers, and fans. And one of the things that I don't hear enough brands talking about is this concept of year-over-year halo. So basically what that means is that most businesses, if you just look at the trends, most businesses don't really hit stride until year 2, 3, and 4, mostly year 3 and 4. So, year 1, you're getting off the ground, you're kind of figuring out who you are. Year 2, you kind of got things dialed in, you're getting your marketing going. And then year 3 is usually where you really start to hit stride. And if you look at Boom was a couple $100,000 a year business from 2010 to 2014. 2014, we hit our first million. 2015, we got to 3 million. 2016, we got to 17 million. 2017, we did 19 million. So it took us till about year 5 to really hit our stride. And one of the benefits of spending money every year on your business is when you go out and you spend, let's say $50,000 in a year, if you're on a small budget, you say you're spending, $4,000 a month, right? You're spending $4,000 a month on ads for your brand, or $2,000 a month, whatever you have, right? Whatever the budget is that you're spending. You're acquiring customers that year. Well, next year, you have all the email subscribers you acquired from last year, all the customers you acquired from last year, all the people in your pixeled audience that you acquired from last year, and that's a halo effect that plays to your favor. Your brand gets more valuable over time if you've got a paid amplification model because the snowball builds, which is why I advocate for consistent investment. I don't think business owners and brand owners and e-commerce stores are investing enough in their paid amplification, and you get out what you put in. And I think that just bottom line, baseline, as I look at thousands of different e-commerce businesses, Amazon businesses every year, I see consistently there's not enough reinvestment in paid amplification. There's investment in adding additional products to the line. There's investment in going out and networking and going to events and buying education, which I think you should do all that, but not at the expense of buying ads to get your message out in front of new people. I think you should be doing that consistently and with 15 to 30% of your overall business revenue. Now, that's just a tip, and I think that most people aren't doing enough of it. And even if you just ratchet it up by 5 or 10%, and even people in my 7 and 8 figure, so I have a mastermind called Blue Ribbon for 7 and 8 figure e-commerce stores and some 9 figure stores. And people will come in, I'll do an audit of their business, and I'll be like, man, you got to up your paid amplification by 10%. They'll do it, and their business will grow. So it's a recipe for growing a business is invest more in paid amplification. Now, to that end, 2004 to 2007 was really when I kind of cut my teeth in e-commerce. 2007, I made my first sale on my own e-commerce website for my own store. So that's now 11 years ago. I made my first sale, but 2005, 2006, I was running Google AdWords, kind of agency model for brands and for my own stores. And this was really the visibility source of the day. It was how you got, if you were in the game back then, I was coming straight out of high school into it. this was really the visibility source that you could get to get new prospects in the door for whatever your offer was buying ads on Google. And then around 2007, SEO really hit. And 2007 to 2012, search engine optimization was really the main visibility source that business owners, especially in the e-commerce space, were leveraging to get new customers, right? There was no Amazon really. I mean, we kind of launched on Amazon around this time, but there was no Amazon yet really. Google AdWords was starting to get more expensive, and the real game was to rank on Google using search engine optimization for different queries that related to your products. For example, I sold gift baskets, I sold bar stools, I sold Elvis wigs, Afro wigs, mullet wigs, I sold costumes, I sold all these different products, and the way that I got visibility was by using Google search engine optimization, article marketing, link building, all that kind of stuff. And that was wonderful until Google flipped the script and basically kind of banned all people from manipulating their algorithm, and search engine optimization kind of died. Now, when this happened, I literally watched half of my peers in the e-commerce world lose their entire businesses overnight because the only visibility source they had was search engine optimization, and Google changed it all and they lost their brands. And it was round about this time that I made the decision to put my focus on paid amplification, because I had come from a paid advertising world. I'd started with Google AdWords, and I understood that with paid traffic, you could go out there and you could just constantly know the traffic store always exists. People say, "Oh, I don't have enough traffic." It's like, well, all you have to do is go to the traffic store and buy it. Google will sell you traffic. Facebook will sell you traffic. Instagram will sell you traffic. YouTube will sell you traffic. Pinterest will sell you traffic. Twitter will sell you traffic. LinkedIn will sell you traffic. So if you know how to target and you've got a good offer, man, there's no shortage of traffic. You can I'm trying to trade quarters for dollars. I put a quarter in on one side, a dollar comes out on the other. It's like that is paid amplification when done right. And so I really put my focus on this starting again in 2012, really doubled down on it and been focused solely on it for the last 6 years, and have spent tens of millions of dollars since then successfully. And I really think it is the absolute best model for a business online today, is to build out a sales process, a content model, a sales funnel, and then go out and buy paid advertising to get visibility for that. And from 2012 until now, I leveraged Facebook ads. And Facebook ads are still the bulk of my visibility for my brands. I probably spend about 80% of my advertising budget on Facebook. In 2015, I started leveraging Pinterest for paid amplification. Still use them quite a bit, but only 2 or 3% of my total spend. They're still pretty small, but they were a really phenomenal source of visibility, especially when they first launched. And in mid 2016, I saw Facebook Messenger. And man, it was like, people like to tell me, I've been in this e-commerce world now and online business world for going on 13, 14 years. And people like to tell me, oh man, Ez, I missed the boat. Like I missed the days when Google AdWords was 5 cents a pop, or I missed the days when, search engine optimization was super easy and you could rank sites. And I wasn't around for when Facebook ads were real cheap and easy to do. And I didn't catch on to the Pinterest thing. And I'm like, man, as long as I've been in this industry, there's always been another boat right around the corner. When at first it was drop shipping stuff from America, then all these people started drop shipping stuff from China, then the Amazon business opportunity came around, then it was Facebook ads. Before that, it was, arbitrage traffic. Like there's always been something that people were using that's been working really well that people caught on early. And when I saw Messenger in 2016, I just had this sense like, man, this is the next wave, and I'm going to hop on it now so that I am taking advantage of it before other business owners, because I can really see this being a huge wave of how people communicate and how customers communicate with businesses and prospects communicate with businesses, because everyone is hanging out on Facebook. Now, your business, what it's composed of at the end of the day, all your business really is a group of people and multiple communication mediums. That's it. You've got all these people and you're communicating with them by running ads on Facebook and sending them emails, essentially. And conversion is communication. That's my viewpoint, that basically all you're doing in a business is communicating to a group of people the value that you have to offer them. And if you do a good job communicating that value proposition, or engaging them in a conversation and then ultimately leading that conversation, or rather engaging them with a piece of content that they're enjoying consuming, and then that ultimately leads to a solution to a problem that they have, and the solution is obviously your product, you're going to be good at conversion. So communication and your ability to communicate the value proposition that you have to a group of people really dictates your ability to convert. Now, for most brands today, really for like 95% of all online brands, the big two mediums of communication are emails and ads. Basically, you can send someone an email, or you can run ads to them. So like it used to be, like when I first got started, like what I thought a brand was a group of emails, right? I had my brand and I was running traffic, and then people would come to my website and they'd join my email list, and then I could communicate with them. That was it. That was the only way you had to communicate. Then around about 2010, 2011, this thing called retargeting came out, where someone could visit your website and you did not even have to have their email address to communicate with them again, because you could literally follow them around with ads, which was mind-blowing at the time. And so that was super cool. And that's still really the main two ways that brands communicate with their communities. They run ads, and now you can run videos on Facebook, and you can track people can watch those videos, and you can follow up with them based on how much they watch. You don't even need them to visit your website in order to get them on your advertising list, in order to get them on your pixeled list. So those are the big two. But there's a third now. There's one that is on the rise. Apologies for the crazy switches and slides here. There is a third, and it's called Facebook Messenger. And you mark my words, it will be the world's biggest marketing channel over the next 5 years, particularly in North America and places where Facebook is the predominant messaging platform. So this is really the way that people are communicating, and it's going to be the big way that brands communicate with prospects, in addition to emails and ads. Emails and ads aren't going anywhere, but Facebook Messenger is just going to rise up and be a big force as it relates to how people communicate. So what I want to teach you about is messenger marketing. We can already leverage Facebook Messenger as a marketing channel to engage with prospects who are potentially interested in our business, whatever that business is, selling a physical product, selling services, selling coaching, selling whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as it's a group of people who are engaging with a business that's ultimately going to result in some kind of commerce. So what messenger marketing is the act of leveraging a mobile chat platform to facilitate conversations in commerce. In this case, the act of leveraging Facebook Messenger, which is a mobile chat platform, to facilitate a conversation that ultimately leads to commerce. And if you look at communication just societally, if you look at communication for us as a society, we are moving away from email, we're moving away from SMS, we're moving away from phone calls, and we're moving more towards messaging platforms. People use Facebook Messenger, iMessage, WhatsApp to keep in touch with their family, to keep in touch with their friends, and even now to communicate with businesses. It's really how we communicate and where we have our most intimate conversations. I mean, if you think about the most intimate conversations that you have, or at least that I have as a person, are happening through text messages. I text all my friends. If we look at like where I'm having my most intimate conversations, I'm like Instagram DMing my friends and text messaging them. And that's kind of where my conversation, it's where most people this is where we as a society are having our intimate conversations. I mean, just look at what the kids are doing. They are not emailing. They're not calling on the phone. They are messaging. Messaging simply is the easiest and most direct way to communicate, period. It's why it has taken over the world, right? And it's actually surpassed social media. So messaging apps have now surpassed the big four messaging apps have surpassed the big four social networks in terms of usage. So like Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, WeChat, Facebook Messenger, iMessage, and whatever the other one in Sweden is, they already have more usage happening on a daily basis than all the four social networks, which is kind of crazy. And messaging, Facebook Messenger in particular, has the highest engagement of any channel, right? When you subscribe to this idea that all you have as a brand is different channels that you can communicate with a past customer or new prospect with, and you look at those channels and you see which one has the best engagement rate. Well, right now, Facebook Messenger, while not the biggest channel, it's not as big as email, it's not as big as paid amplification, it's not as big as physical mail, it's got a better engagement rate than email, paid advertising, and physical mail. And so what that means is that fewer subscribers on Facebook Messenger are worth more money to your business. You need less subscribers on that channel to be to make profit, right? So, my data is showing that a Facebook Messenger subscriber is worth 5 to 10 times that of an email subscriber. 5 to 10 times the value of an email lead. And if you see here, this is our Facebook Messenger to our website. It's got an 8% e-commerce conversion rate. People who come from Facebook Messenger are spending 3 minutes on the site on average. We've generated $73,000 in revenue in this little time period. So it's a very profitable channel of visibility. And if you just look at the messages that we're sending, right? So here's a message that was sent to 2,000 people. It was opened by 99% of them. Those of you who know email know that email open rates are about 20%, and it was clicked by 80% of them, meaning 80% of the people who received the communication clicked it. If you think about email, that's 80 times the click-through rate of a good email, right? A good email gets like 1%, maybe 5% max. I mean, it's like a significantly bigger and better. It's like unbelievably better than email, right? Here's another one, went to 9,000 people, opened by 50%, clicked by 15%. So that's like 15 times a normal email, or let's say 10 times a normal email. Here's one sent to 8,000 people, opened by 63%, clicked by 1,300. So clicked by 17%. Here's another one, right? Sent to 9,700 people, opened by 81% of them, and clicked by 2,500 people. So think about this. This email was sent to 9,700 people, and it got me 2,500 of them over to my website. Okay, so just remember that stat. 9,000 people, 10,000 people I sent it to, 2,500 went to my website to check out the sale. All right, here's an email. This email was opened by 37,000 people, which means it was sent to about 130,000 people, right? 25% of the people opened it, so that's 37,000 opens. It was clicked by 1,700 people. It was clicked by 1.2% of them. So an email to 188,000 people resulted in 1,700 clicks, right? This email, which went out to 188,000 people, was opened by 37,000 and clicked by 1,700. So in order to get 1,700 people to click over to my website from an email, I had to email 188,000 people. A Facebook message to 9,000 people got me 2,500 clicks. And they're more valuable clicks. So that should give you an idea of the power of Messenger. It is freaking insane, the value of Messenger subscribers right now. So it's not market specific either. You can see this is a message to the smart marketer list. 2,600 people, opened by 80%, clicked by 25%. So these stats are industry agnostic. The way that I want you to think of Messenger is like text messages and emails combined. That's a good way to look at Messenger. So basically, like, it has the instant delivery and attention that text messaging gets. So it's delivered, boom, immediately. People look at them immediately, just like text messages. But it's got the attractiveness, the buttons, the images, the GIFs, the videos, and the behavioral automation, so being able to follow up with people based on what they did or didn't do, that email provides. So it's kind of this perfect combination between text messaging and emails, and it's really awesome. And within 5 years, Messenger will literally replace channels like email, SMS, and even websites, right? It won't be a channel like it is today. It will be the channel. It'll be the channel where people are buying stuff, communicating, consuming content, everything. Now, you might think that is a bold claim, that I'm out here making all of these sort of, claims about it. So I wanted to clarify why I think this. So why do I think this? Well, what I like to do is look at countries that are ahead of us as it relates to digital and as it relates to online and as it relates to e-commerce, so that I can see the trends and look at where we're going and kind of act accordingly, right? So if you look at China, which is a mobile-first economy, has a little bit over double the amount of internet users, a little bit over double the amount of online shoppers, about 4 times the gross domestic volume on a yearly basis of products sold. So it's a much bigger market, and they're about 5 years ahead of us. And in China, 900 million people use WeChat every month. WeChat is like the Facebook Messenger of China. It's the messaging service. Now, what's interesting about this messaging service, what you're going to start to see happening with Facebook Messenger is all the apps on your phone, Uber, Instagram, all these apps are going to consolidate down into Facebook Messenger. And within Facebook Messenger, you're going to be able to book your travel. You're going to be able to find your Tinders. You're going to be able to get your dates in there, your Tinder people or your Bumbles and stuff. You're going to be able to buy things right in Messenger. You're going to be able to order your food, order your Uber. They've opened up the Messenger API, and it's a lot easier than having 30 different apps if they all just live inside of one app that you ultimately do everything in. So all these apps on your phone are going to consolidate down into Messenger. Apple is going to have to open up their iMessage API for the same thing, or Facebook Messenger is just going to kill them. And it's one of the reasons why Facebook Messenger is beating Apple right now in this messaging race, because they opened up their API to third-party vendors before iMessage did, and now you're going to start seeing iMessage do it. So in China, this has already happened, right? 900 million people are using WeChat every month. It's the way that people communicate. It's used far and away more than email, and far and away more than text messaging. It's literally just how people communicate in China. It's how they communicate even at work. And what WeChat offers is what you're going to see Facebook Messenger offering: video calls, group chats, file sharing, right? All that kind of stuff, all inside Facebook Messenger. And China, there's tons of bloggers who distribute their content and have their followings solely on WeChat. They don't have a YouTube channel. They don't have a website. They don't got a Facebook fan page. All they have is a WeChat Messenger subscriber database who they broadcast their content to. That's all they got. And we're going to start to see bloggers and influencers in America and Canada and North America and stuff, places that are using Facebook, having their full databases only on Facebook, which is kind of crazy. And also in China, WeChat Pay is everywhere. So Facebook Messenger, Facebook's now getting people to put their credit card on file. You can now send your friends money through Facebook Messenger, just like it's Venmo. Soon you're going to be able to do one-click purchasing right from the newsfeed in Facebook with your credit card that's on file in Facebook Messenger. Well, with WeChat in China, you use your WeChat to buy things online. You use it to buy things in the store. You use it to order taxis, book travels, buy movie tickets, buy from vending machines. The list goes on. You literally use WeChat Pay for everything. Facebook is literally going to be the place where commerce happens. And in China, 87 to 94% of users pay for offline purchases using WeChat. So now, instead of pulling out their credit card, they pull out this thing and they just scan it. Everywhere has a WeChat scanner enabled, and bang, that's it. They've paid. Compared to 38 to 51% using cash and 29 to 36% using debit and credit cards. So it's the bulk. It's the number one pay method in China. So this is just where I got those particular stats was from ChinaChannel.co. So this is coming, and imagine these. Imagine combining these with the data that Facebook offers. It's literally insane to be able to combine the sort of communication and commerce functions that Facebook enables you with the data that they have on users. It's going to be a really fun time, and I want you to kind of be ahead of the curve. Let me run a little scenario for you just to give you a kind of window into your future. You've already started experiencing this if you've ever engaged with companies like Lyft and their customer support. They've now chat-botted their entire customer support. So imagine this. Imagine that you just ordered takeout from a restaurant. Super happy, you're all stoked out of control. You're ready to eat some Chinese takeout, and you ordered beef broccoli and some chow fun noodles, and you're super excited, and you're hungry, and you can't wait to eat. And it's New York, and it's 8 p.m., and it's hot outside on a Brooklyn summer day. You just want to sit on the rooftop and eat some takeout. So you order, right? Now, 30 minutes after the food arrives, guy comes, brings you your food, all good. 30 minutes after the food arrives, you get a notification on Facebook Messenger. Ding. You're like, wonder what's going on. I always look at my Facebook Messenger notifications right away, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this. Well, it's the restaurant asking you how they did. How was the food on a scale of 1 to 10? Hey, we know you just did an order from us, so we just want to make sure all's cool. Would you give us a quick rating? Let us know how we did. So they give you a little rating scale inside of your Facebook Messenger. Scenario 1, you respond with a 2. You're unhappy. You're not happy with what happened. You responded with a 2 on their little message inside your Facebook Messenger. Well, they respond back. Their chat bot automatically asks you what was wrong and how they can do better. Hey, man, I'm sorry that you didn't like it. How can we improve? You reply and you tell them that there was a hair in the food and that it was cold. and you were not happy. The food showed up cold, there was some hair in there, and it was gross, and you're upset. At this stage, one of their live customer service reps replies immediately, giving you a meal credit and asking you if you want a replacement order sent out. Done. All within 30 minutes of your order, all automated through a chatbot until a human needed an interaction, which frankly, at that stage, they could automate, anyone who gives a 3, they could ask for the detailed reply and then automatically after the detailed reply, automatically say, okay, do you want a credit and do you want us to send out a new order, which is what Lyft does. Lyft does it automatically. They don't even up-level you to a live rep. Now, that's scenario 1, right? Within 30 minutes, you got a communication and you handled any grievance that you had. Scenario 2 is you respond to that initial 1 to 10 survey with a 7, 8, 9, or 10. You're happy. So they're like, oh, sweet. Thanks so much. I'm glad you're happy. Would you leave us a review? Just type right here what you loved about us. So you go ahead and leave a positive review, which then automatically gets API'd over to Yelp and Google and all the other review services. You just put it inside your Facebook Messenger. And after you leave a positive review, the chatbot says, okay, thanks so much for leaving a positive review. Hey, do you want to buy $25 worth of food for only $16 today? If you're interested, just click here and we'll automatically debit you the $16 and you'll have $25 worth of credit to us. So now they're upselling automatically through the chatbot. How much easier is that for them than you sorting through an email inbox, clicking a link that says, give us a review, going to a terrible website and trying to leave a review? It's like, it's so much better. And this is really the future of this is just one example, a customer service example of how chatbots will revolutionize commerce. And as a business, you'll be able to set up your chatbot to automatically message a user based on their last action. So we're talking about behaviorally targeted messages dynamically sent via Facebook Messenger based on what someone did or didn't do. Hey, you viewed this product. Do you want to check it out? Hey, you bought this but didn't buy this. Do you want to upsell? Hey, we saw that you were happy with us. Do you want to leave us a review? All these kinds of things you'll be able to do inside Facebook Messenger. So far, in the first 40 minutes, my goal really, I haven't even gotten into the teaching you what to do part. I'm about to get there. I'm going to get into teaching you how to actually leverage this. But my point so far is to convince you that this is a channel worth paying attention to. I want you to be sold that you need to hop on this bandwagon and implement what I'm about to teach you, because boy, is it ever profitable and is it ever the time to do it before everyone else does, because 95% of businesses have not adopted this yet. Nobody is using this yet. Nobody is using this. So it's time. You could be one of the first movers. The way I was a first mover on AdWords, I was a first mover on SEO, Facebook ads, Pinterest, et cetera, et cetera. I was a first mover on Messenger, but we still have about 18 months before Messenger really blows up. So you still have time to be a first mover. And it will never again be as affordable to build a Messenger infrastructure for your brand than it is right now. You can still take advantage while it's cheap. Remember when Facebook ads were 5 cents a click? I do. I was around. I was taking advantage of it while it was cheap. Now they're $1 a click, right? Facebook Messenger is not always going to be free. Facebook's going to start charging you to send messages the way they charge people who, like MailChimp charge you to send emails. It's going to be more expensive eventually. It's not going to be as easy to get someone to sign up for a Facebook Messenger list once everyone in the world has Facebook Messenger lists. So I want you to take advantage before the rest of the world wakes up. And I want you to set yourself apart for the future. So that's my goal for you. And you might say, okay, Ez, how exactly do I do it? How exactly do we do it? Okay, we're sold. We want to take advantage of this. We know it's a good opportunity. How do we do it? Well, I'm glad you asked. I've made some steps for you of how to take advantage of this, right? I want to make it easy for you. So step 1 is to sign up for a chat bot or messenger communication service. And what this is it's similar to like an email service provider like MailChimp or Klaviyo or Infusionsoft or, GetResponse or Aweber, similar to an email client that houses a database of subscribers who you then manually broadcast communications to via email and also dynamically email based on their behavior. For example, when they abandon your shopping cart, you dynamically email them. This is the same thing, but for Facebook Messenger. So it's a bot service that signs up to your Facebook fan page and gives you the ability to send messenger broadcasts to the people who engage with you through Facebook Messenger. Now, I recommend ManyChat, ManyChat. me. I was using them I still use them for my business. I really love them. And full disclosure is that I'm an investor in this company. So I'm on their board of advisors. I have given them money out of my pocket as an investor. I believe in their development roadmap. I believe in their future, but you should know that I am totally biased because I'm invested in this company. But I was using them before I invested in them. I only invested in them because I use them for my own brand, and they were like, hey, we want some of your advice and we want you to help us out with features that we're going to implement for e-commerce. And I was like, sweet. I want certain features that you guys don't have yet for my e-commerce store. So, man, I got to tell you, some of the stuff they got coming is sweet. I can't talk about it just yet, but boy, as soon as I can, I'm going to be telling you all about it. So anyways, let me just run you a little bit through ManyChat. So the first thing is they've got this dashboard here on the left, and it's just like a simple screen that kind of provides general details about your account. You can kind of see a graph of how many subscribers you have, how many unsubscribes you've had over a given date range, and that's kind of like your just general dashboard. Then you've got this thing called your audience, which is basically just a list of all your subscribers listed out along with some basic information. And when you click on one of the subscribers, I believe ManyChat's like $10 a month, or I think they have a free plan actually. When you click on one of the subscribers, it'll pull up, give you more information on that user, like their, different tags, any sequences they're subscribed to, whatever messages they've received, that kind of thing. And then there's this thing called growth tools. And this is what we're going to talk a little bit about right now, where you can use a bunch of different overlays, widgets, pop-ups to encourage people to engage with your messenger and ultimately subscribe to your Facebook Messenger list. So step one is to sign up for a service. Step one is to sign up for a service like ManyChat. There's Chat Fuel. There's a bunch of them, right? Sign up for a service like ManyChat. That's step one. Step two is to transition whatever audience you already have over to Messenger. So let me explain this. When someone visits my website, I run an ad to them that says, hey, thanks for visiting my website. Please become a fan of my Facebook fan page. Click like here. When someone joins my email list, I send them an email and I say, hey, thanks for joining my email list. Please go over here and like me on Facebook, right? So I'm always trying to, and when someone visits my Facebook page, I'm trying to get them back over to my email list. So I'm trying to get people on every available communication medium. Ideally, someone is on my email list. They're also on my Facebook Messenger list. They're also on my pixeled audience list, so I can run ads to them. So that, like, for example, when I have a blog post or I have a sale that I'm running, I'll run ads about it, I'll email people about it, and I'll Facebook Messenger them about it. I'll try to hit them at every available communication medium because some people are going to see it in different places. So the first step is to take whatever audience you already have and get them over to Facebook. And we email our current customers and we ask them to join us to click into Facebook Messenger. So here's exactly how we do this. And this is how you should do this for any brand that you're going to implement this for, including your own. You're going to email your current audience and you're going to ask them to click into Facebook Messenger. So you can see here, what we did was we incentivized them. We said, hey, you're going to get 15% off. All you got to do is send us a Facebook message to get the discount. So that's one way to do it, is to incentivize people by offering them a discount and telling them that they need to Facebook message you to get that discount. And then as soon as they Facebook message you, now they're a subscriber, and I'll show you how that works. But I like this way a little bit better, which is called a ref URL. So it's under this growth tools section in ManyChat. And there's a little link here called Messenger ref URLs. And what this is basically you click growth tools, you click Messenger ref URL. And what it is it's a URL that a user can click that will open up a specific Facebook Messenger automated conversation. So it won't just open your Facebook Messenger generally, it'll open it up with a specific message attached. So it's essentially a way to have someone click a link on an email or click a link in a blog post and go directly into a particular conversation inside of Facebook Messenger. So here's what it looks like. When you get in there, you have the option to structure what you want it to say when they click that link. So you can see here, we say, hey, wonderful. Now just click the button below to join our Facebook Messenger notification group. You'll be the first to get access to Boom Clean. And then we've got a button that says get notified. And that button subscribes them to our bot and also tags them as being interested. And when they click that button, it sends them another message. And so one more time, basically, we have this URL that we made that when they click on it, it opens up Facebook Messenger and it says, hey, sweet, all you got to do is click this button below and you'll be added to our list. As soon as they click that button there, they're subscribed to our Facebook Messenger bot. We've now tagged them as being interested in Boom Clean. And so inside Facebook Messenger subscriber databases, you can tag people. So they're parts of different segments, right? I can see, okay, these are my Boom Clean people. I can send them one email broadcast. I can say, these are my people who are interested in the holiday sale. I can send them a different broadcast. And as soon as they click that get notified button, I respond with a message that says, awesome possum. You'll be notified as soon as it's available. And I've got a little image there. And a little button. So basically, this is what it looks like. They get an email, and the email says, hey, we're so excited about our launch of our Boom Clean product. Thank you for being on our interest list. We're going to notify our Facebook Messenger community 1 hour before everyone else. Can we notify you on Facebook Messenger? So basically, we take people who are on our email list, and we incentivize them in some way. In this case, the way we incentivized them was to say, hey, you're going to find out about this really cool thing early before everyone else if you join on Facebook Messenger. So then they're like, sweet, I'll join on Facebook Messenger. When they click that, what happens is it pops open a Facebook Messenger message to them in their Facebook that says, wonderful, now you got to just click this button and you're going to be able to get access. And then they click that button. Now they're a subscriber, and we send them the confirmation message. So one click on the email and one click on the button in Facebook Messenger, and they're now a subscriber who you can send email broadcasts to through Facebook Messenger and communicate with whenever you've got something going on. Now we're sticking these on the bottom of our blog posts. So like having people click into their into Facebook Messenger from different places on our website, which is great. So that's the second thing to do, is to transition any audience that you already have over to Facebook Messenger by incentivizing them to join your Messenger database. And a way to incentivize them is to offer them a discount or something that you think they're going to be interested in. Step 3 is to create what's called a main menu, which lives under the automation tab inside of Facebook Messenger, and this is, or inside of ManyChat, and this is what the main menu looks like. It's a bunch of different options. So like for Boom by Cindy Joseph, we've got the option of like, who is Cindy, the option to subscribe to notifications, the option for people to see more stuff like watching a makeup demo or visiting our store or visiting our customer support. For Smart Marketer, we've got one that's like, hey, do you want to get more training, like traffic conversions, higher order values? Do you want customer support? That kind of thing. And where this menu shows up is as soon as someone's messaging you, there's these 3 little sort of navigation bars on the bottom left that when you click on opens up a menu option for the user who's in your Facebook Messenger to see kind of what you have on offer. So the goal of your menu, which is real easy to set up, it's literally just a link tree. The goal of your menu should be to help users find what they're looking for as quickly and easily as possible. So for Boom, people either want to know who Cindy is or to get some customer support. For Smart Marketer, they want to potentially get a free training on more conversions, and then you can have different content inside of there like we do. But you got to build one. It's a one-time deal, and it'll get your Facebook Messenger infrastructure off the ground. So those are the first 3 things. Now we are going to dive a little bit deeper. We're going to go a little bit more technical. We're going to go into where I think, so that's your base Facebook Messenger infrastructure. Base infrastructure, get a chat bot, get your current audience into that chat bot, set up a main menu for that chat bot. Now, I believe that the place you should start to use paid amplification to grow your Messenger database is for your cart abandonment ads. So for our sales process, you can see we've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got a video ad that leads people to an article, that leads people to an e-commerce store, that leads to a product page. And then we have people who visit our shopping cart and abandon the shopping cart. And then we got people who buy, people who, we got all kinds of stuff happening after you buy. But the part I want to focus on is here. This is where I think you should start with your Facebook Messenger advertising. So someone visits your shopping cart but does not purchase. Cart visitors who do not buy. What we used to do for these people is what we used to do for them is we would just show them pictures of our products. We'd be like, hey, thanks for visiting our cart. Here's the products that you were interested in. Come back and buy. That was it. What we started doing now is a Facebook Messenger campaign. Here's how it works. And if you're not a advertiser and you can show this video, I'll have a replay up for a few days. You can show this to whoever's running your Facebook ads, and they will be able to set this campaign up just based on this training that I'm showing you. So the objective of the campaign is messages. Very important that you select the messages objective, which is going to mean that Facebook knows that when someone clicks your ad, you want it to open up Facebook Messenger. Then on the ad set level, you select shopping cart visitors who didn't buy, and you're having people click into messages. So you're saying, you set your budget, which is going to be dictated by how big your audience is. For us, we've got people who visited our shopping cart but didn't purchase in the United States, who are women between 45 and 65. So this is the group of people we're targeting is shopping cart visitors who didn't buy. We're targeting them on all placements. So basically, campaign objective is messages. Then you set up a normal advertising ad set with who you want to target and where you want to target them. Then we get to the creative. So let's take a look at the creative here. We can see that it says limited time discount on Boom products. Click this image and we'll private message you 10% off our products, or ask us any questions that you have and we'll ping you back with a response. And then it says, click send message to claim your coupon. So basically when they click this ad, it's going to open up a Facebook message. So let's take a look. This is the advertising. We named this creative one. We selected our fan page for our ad. And then here we do just like a normal ad, right? We set an image. We put in the text that we want to show up above the ad. We put the headline in that we want to show up underneath the image, just like a normal ad. But instead of sending someone to a website URL, we're sending them to a Facebook message. So we have to click the setup messages button here instead of normally this would be put in your website URL. Well, because we selected messages as the objective, we get to set up our message. So this is where JSON comes in. This is all this weird code that you're going to have to paste in here. The good news is that ManyChat gives you inside of Growth Tools a JSON builder. So you can build out the experience that you want people to have when they click on your ad. So what we built out here was when someone clicks the ad, an image pops up that says, hey, you've accessed our deal. Just click the button below to redeem our limited time discount. And when they click that shop now button, they click that button, it says, congratulations, you have successfully accessed our discount code. Enter coupon code Cindy at checkout. Click shop now. And what that's going to do is open the website. So let's look at the flow here. They click this ad. This ad opens up a Facebook message, right? So they see the ad. They visited our shopping cart. They didn't buy. Normally what they would see is the products that were in their shopping cart that would just click back to the product page. Well, instead, we've made this more personal and we've said, hey, we're going to give you a discount, private message us. They click this image ad here. It opens up their Facebook Messenger that says, hey, you've accessed our Boom deal. Just click the button below to redeem our limited 10% off coupon code. They click that button. Then it says, congratulations, you've successfully accessed our discount code. Enter coupon code Cindy at checkout. And you can hurry this ends, and it's actually a much longer message. It's got a couple more. You can see the bottom of it here on the right. But the thing I want to point out is that they click this ad, right? This message pops up in their messenger. As soon as they click the get 10% off coupon, as soon as they click that button, they're now a messenger subscriber. So 2 clicks. They click the ad out of Facebook. Then they click the first message you sent them in Messenger. Now they're a subscriber and you can broadcast to them. Then, obviously, once they click that message, in addition to becoming a subscriber, they receive a link over to the website. And what you'll notice here, hard to see this, but these are the 3 ads we have running. Look at the click-through rate. 25%, right? A super high click-through rate, an insane click-through rate. 2 of the ads are performing much better than one of the other ones. And if you look at the spend, you can see this is all the data, but if you look at just the spend, we made $159,000 in this time period in revenue from $22,000 in advertising spend at $9 a purchase. Now, if you look at what it was costing us, it was costing us about $13 to make a sale of people who visited our shopping cart with a product in it and then didn't buy, right? So, basically, we were able to not only grow our Messenger subscriber database, because, by the way, as soon as they click this, they get this ad. By the way, I didn't show you the setup inside of ManyChat because it's super easy. You click Growth Tools, you click JSON, you put in your image and your text, and then they give you a little bit of code. I mean, it's like they have tutorials on it. It's real easy to do. So they click this message, they click this ad that they see, and then they get this message. They click this message. Now they're a subscriber. So not only do we have cheaper sales than we were getting, but we're getting Facebook Messenger subscribers as well, which are very valuable. So it's a really good strategy. It's a good place to use it because it's going to work for everyone. This campaign will work for everyone. If you've got a website and you have people who are checking out and you got people who are abandoning your shopping cart, which you all do, then even if you're only spending $3 a day, spend money, set this campaign up. Now, I wanted to show you another top of funnel advertising campaign because I would label that as bottom of funnel. I would label that meaning like the bottom of the funnel is people who are pretty deep in your sales process, right? They like freaking saw you on Facebook, clicked over to your website, viewed a product, add the product to the cart, and now are bailing on the checkout. So that's pretty deep in your sales process, right? So I wanted to show you a campaign that we're using that is really good for every brand at the top of the funnel. So to get new people into your Facebook Messenger database, we're doing this campaign once a month. It's working real well for us. Every brand can use it. And it's called a page post special offer campaign. So it starts with a page post special offer. So here's an example of a page post special offer. So we have a post onto our fan page. This is not an ad yet. This is literally a post on our fan page. And it says, hey, in honor of you, we're giving away free bottles of our all-new All Natural Serum Boom Nectar to 5 lucky winners. To get in on this contest, drop us a comment below and tell us why you'd love to win a bottle of Boom Nectar. We'll immediately shoot you a message with details on how to enter the contest. Only takes a minute. We'll announce the 5 winners on Monday, February 19th, so don't wait. Comment below to get in on this now. Note, this is open to all. No need to purchase or like our page. Also, this giveaway is not endorsed, ran, or sponsored by Facebook in any way. A couple hashtags. So then what happens is a user sees that and they comment on it. So the user actually comments on the page post, right? So once they comment on the post, we use a ManyChat growth tool, to automatically reply to them. So we go into ManyChat, we click on growth tools, we select Facebook comments, right? And when we select Facebook comments, we then are able to pick the particular post that we posted. So we're like, okay, we posted this post on our Facebook fan page. When someone comments on this post, we want to automatically reply to them and ask them to reply back to us. So as soon as they comment on that, we use a ManyChat growth tool to automatically reply to that person inside of Facebook Messenger. So they saw a post on Facebook. They commented on that post. We've now, based on them commenting on that post, sent them a message. How crazy is that? All they had to do was comment on a post on Facebook, and we're now messaging them inside of Messenger. So basically, we say, we say we want the auto response when someone comments on our post to be this. And we say, hey, you're almost there, but first we have to ask, can we message you here? We need you to respond with the word nectar, and we'll take you to the giveaway. P.S. If you ever want to unsubscribe, you can just type stop, PPS, reply here with the word nectar, and we'll take you to the giveaway. So this is what it looks like, right? Basically, they comment on the post on Facebook. We then automatically message them through a ManyChat growth tool, asking them to reply to us with a particular keyword, the keyword nectar in this case. So then the user replies. They're like, okay, sweet. They read that. They reply with the word nectar. So they reply with the word nectar. And think about what's happened here. A user has seen a post on your Facebook page. And I'm going to show you that we actually amplify these posts, but you posted it to your fan page. You used ManyChat to set up a tool that says when anyone comments on this post, automatically reply to them. A user saw the post. They commented on it because they wanted to enter. You automatically replied to them, asking them to reply to you with the word nectar. They've now replied with the word nectar. So not much has happened, but a lot has happened, right? It's pretty exciting. Then what we use is what's known as a ManyChat keyword automation to automatically reply back to them. So when someone types in the word nectar, we reply to them. So we set up what's known as a keyword. And by the way, people cannot spell. So I've learned to use words like go or friend or boom or love instead of nectar or sweetheart, right? Because people will put in things like sweatshirt or, in this case. So I always put in a bunch of misspellings. So I say, hey, ManyChat, when someone types in nectar or nectar or nectar or nectar, reply with this same message. So I tell ManyChat to look for a particular keyword in a message. So anytime someone sends me a message with a particular keyword, send this reply. So the reply that we send is wonderful. Enter your email below and that's it. You're entered. We'll announce the winners on Monday, February 19th. Good luck. One more step to finalize your entry. Just reply here with your best email address. So we're trying to get them now from Messenger. We're trying to use Messenger to grow our email database as well. So when someone replies, we tag them that they're part of the giveaway, and we subscribe them to our bot, right? We tag them as part of the giveaway, subscribe to our bot. So basically, at that point, they're added to a Facebook Messenger subscriber. At that point, you can manually broadcast them now. They're now one of your subscribers. So, and I'll actually going to show you this live in a moment. But man, it works super, super well. So, basically, they reply with their email, and then, so just to show you kind of where we are in this thing, right? So basically, let me pop all the way back just to run through this so that I can just show you exactly where we are, and then we'll keep going. I'm going to pop all the way back to the beginning so we can take it, because we're starting to get into the email part where it gets a little confusing. So, okay, user sees a post on Facebook that's asking them to comment on the post. User comments on the post. When user comments on the post, we use what's known as a growth tool to automatically reply to them. With this reply here, we say, hey, you're almost there, but first can we message you here? If we can message you here and you want to enter the giveaway, just reply with the word nectar. The user then replies with the word nectar. When they reply with the word nectar, they now become a Facebook Messenger subscriber, and we automatically reply to them asking them to enter their email address. We say, wonderful, just enter your email below and that's it. You're entered. We'll announce the winners on February 19th. One more step to finalize your entry. Just reply to this message with your best email address. They then reply with their best email address. And guys, guess what happens if they don't reply with their email address? This is where behavioral automation comes in. We follow up with them in Messenger saying, hey, are you sure you want to be in this contest? If you want to be in this contest, give us your email address, right? So we're following up. It's called the ManyChat sequence. So they put in their email address. That's the next step. User inputs their email. As soon as they do, we send them a GIF. It's like a celebration GIF. We say, great, you're entered. We'll notify you on Monday, February 19th. In addition to messaging them in here, as soon as they give us their email address, we send them an email. So the page replies, we send them a message saying, okay, sweet, you're entered, but we also send them this email. We say, hey, your entry is confirmed for the Boom Nectar giveaway. We're just as excited as you are. 5 winners will be announced on Monday, 2/19. And in the meantime, check out the product. So that email went out to, had a 50% open rate and made $350. It wasn't designed to make money, but 50% of the people opened it, and because it clicks through to the product that's happening in the giveaway, it made $350. Now, once the contest is over, we send an email to both winners and non-winners. So let's check out the one to non-winners. So to non-winners, we say, hey, thanks, which is most people, right? Most of the people who entered the contest. We say, hey, thanks for entering our giveaway. We truly appreciate your support. Unfortunately, you're not one of the winners, but please keep an eye on Facebook because we'll be doing more giveaways like this in the future. In the meantime, we want to give you 10% off any product in the Boom Store as a way to thank you. And this email made $1,600, right? This email to the people who lost, because we incentivized them and gave a discount, made $1,600. Now, I also ran these as ads, and you can see I spent $600 on this top ad set to make $3,500. So these were profitable as ads. So basically what I did was I did a page post engagement campaign and amplified the post. So it's a post on Facebook. It's not an ad. And I'm doing a campaign that's designed to get more people to engage with the post. And that campaign was profitable. So if you look at the campaign, when we started it, we had 9,800 Facebook Messenger subscribers. A week later, so we started on February 14th, and we'll run this once a month. So we ran it in March, we ran it in April, we're now running it again in May. I'll show it to you live in a second. A week later, we had 1,000 new subscribers, right? So we got 1,000 new Facebook Messenger subscribers, and all those people also became email subscribers. So basically, we got paid ultimately about $2,000, and we got 1,000 new Facebook Messenger subscribers and 1,000 new email subscribers. So we're actually running this right now on the Boom by Cindy Joseph fan page. This is happening. This campaign is we're running another contest right here. So I will just scroll down. So here it is. Memorial Day giveaway. Who wants a free jar of Boom Silk? Next Monday, May 28th, we're giving away our most popular moisturizer. Want in? Tell us why you would love to win Boom Silk in the comments. We'll instantly send you a message with the directions on how to enter. It only takes a minute. So why wait? Tell us to get your PS. This is open to everyone. No need to purchase. You can see that we've had, a whole bunch of comments, right? So as soon as I comment on the post, within a minute or two, I'm going to receive a message from the fan page. I'll just scroll back up to it because it's not, I already did it once, so it's not going to say. Anyways, anyway, since I already did it once, I'm not going to send it to me. But the point is that we're constantly running these things, and they work super duper well. So that's another funnel that I think everyone should be running. So let me recap this because we're getting towards the end of the actual training, and we're going to get into me telling you about this training program. If you want to go much deeper on this, if you want to really dive in with me, I'll offer you a way to train deeper. But for now, what I want you to know is that, with Facebook Messenger, it's not about volume, it's about quality, right? It's the 1,000 true fans strategy. What you want is people who actually want to be on your list and hear from you and get messages from you, just like your email list. So you don't need a whole lot of people because they're very valuable. So it's not really about volume. And that it's about building the infrastructure for the future, right? Most brands are not running ads to populate their Facebook Messenger database. Most people are not emailing out when they have a blog post inside of Facebook Messenger. Most people are not, don't have a chat bot, don't have a main menu, aren't doing abandoned cart JSON ads, aren't doing top of funnel JSON ads. So you want to build this infrastructure for your brand so that, as it progresses and more people adopt Facebook Messenger, you're an early mover and you've got it now. You always want to have an unsubscribe option. So you'll notice every time we send out a broadcast, we put an unsubscribe link at the bottom. So basically we're like, hey, do you not want to hear from us anymore? You can just click this one button. So that way we never get in trouble with Facebook, because every message we have, every single message that we send out has the ability to unsubscribe, so we never get upset people. And this is the best time to get started with Facebook Messenger because it's still early. And this is for anyone, no matter what you sell. If you're a real estate broker, if you've got a coaching business, if you sell information, if you sell physical products, it's just like building an email list was super important 5 years ago, and it was real cheap 5 years ago. Building a Facebook Messenger database is super important now, and you want to take advantage of it while it's early. And the technology is still growing. ManyChat just offered a payment integration where you can accept payment inside of there. Shopify payment integrations are coming. So, users are adopting Facebook Messenger by the day. They're adopting Facebook Messenger by the day. And it's really the wild, wild west right now. It's so new. It's so profitable right now for people who have audiences, or if you know someone with an audience, you can implement these strategies for them. And it's time to ride the wave. It's time to take advantage of this over the next 12 to 18 months before while it's still super cheap, basically, to do it. And so now I gave you the basic explanation of what messenger bots are and why they're really going to be a big channel of communication between brands and consumers going forward, kind of where we are in the life cycle of Messenger and where that's going, all the strategies that I could teach you, the most important strategies that I think you need to know as an e-commerce business owner or business owner online, to implement right away, that I could teach you in an hour. So now I'm going to tell you about a training program that I have that is, if you really want to dive deep on this subject and you want to copy everything that I'm doing in real time and get access to all my campaigns and have me walking you through it on video tutorial and stuff like that, I'm going to talk to you about that now. So, you could do all this yourself and you could have some good results for sure, or you could literally swipe every one of my campaigns as I build them. So I'd like to introduce to you Smart Facebook Messenger. This is a training program we have. It's a 6-week look over my shoulder Facebook Messenger infrastructure building bootcamp. So it really is kind of a follow along with exactly what I'm doing and how to implement what I've got on my brands into your brands. It's a 6 weeks training, and it's 6 weeks with me as we build out your Facebook Messenger e-commerce infrastructure. You get to copy my welcome messages, my main menu, my JSON ad funnels, and more. I go through welcome messages. I go through main menus. I go through getting subscribers. I go through a JSON ads masterclass. I go through all my ManyChat flows. I go through bottom of funnel ads. I go through ongoing broadcasting strategies and my email opt-in messenger campaign. So I go through a lot of stuff, and I've got a webinar only bonus where every single JSON ad that I've ever run to date, you get in a swipe file. I've got my friend Molly Pittman, who is one of the foremost experts on Facebook Messenger, who came in and did a module with me and showed me everything that's working for her. And so, there's something kind of special about this training program in that you log in here in session 1, you can see I go over chatbot setup, welcome messages, main menus, initial broadcast. This video's in here for you. It's an hour and 30 minutes long. That's session 1, but it also comes with what's known as a standard operating procedure. So you can literally just copy everything. If you don't want to watch the video, I have created what's known as a standard operating procedure where you're basically able to go through and follow along what I'm talking about in the video, but with a PDF. And every one of these modules, session 2, where we talk about abandoned cart retargeting campaigns, also has that. Session 3, we go through JSON ads, new item announcements, coupon delivery promos. Session 4, we dive into comment to messenger social contests, messenger email collaboration. I've got a bonus session in here where Molly Pittman and I go pretty deep on how to implement and use ManyChat. And I'm not done filling this out. I've got a JSON ads masterclass that I've got to add here. And this is a live, these are 1.5 hour webinars. But in addition to this course, which is everything that I have to date, as I continue to do Messenger, right? As I continue to do Messenger campaigns like this, and I'm running a lot of Messenger ads, I'm going to ongoingly document and add those into here for the next 4 to 6 months. I'm going to do a full recorded version of this from my rig here. So you'll get essentially a second course, right? So this is the full course in here. You don't need any more than this to start doing really well and making money with Facebook Messenger today and building out your infrastructure. But I am going to continually update it for the next 6 months or so, just because Messenger is so new and there's strategies that are coming out right now. And I want to make sure that you have access to that. So the question now is how much? How much does it cost to join this program? Well, it's a good question. It is kind of the big question is like, how much does it cost? Well, when we have the full recorded version that has every single module, it's going to be $14.97. As I said, I'm going to add a couple more modules in there. I'm going to add a couple more standard operating procedures, which you will obviously get. But boy, there's 6.5 hours of content in there for you to implement, and it would take you a while to actually do it. It's going to be $14.97. That's going to be the price. That's going to be a more, a chunk down course with 3 to 5 minute videos, everything that's already in there, but we'll just chunk it up into 3 to 5 minute videos. But because we are still, over the next week or two adding modules, because we're not fully final, you get a discount where today only for the next 5 days or so, it's going to close down Tuesday night. Today is Thursday night. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So yeah, 4 days, for the next 4 days, you can get Smart Facebook Messenger for $1,297, where you save $200 on this training program. It is the most in-depth training out there on Facebook Messenger and how to leverage it for a brand. You can go to smartmarketer.com/go to join Smart Facebook Messenger. And one thing to know about my trainings is that I put my money where my mouth is. Like, I stand by my trainings. I haven't been around as an educator in this industry for the better part of a decade without offering full 30-day, 100% money-back guarantees, without really having integrity and standing behind my products and delivering top of the food chain, top of class trainings. So, my stuff's really good, and I've got a proven track record, and it's a really phenomenal program if you want to really dive deep into Facebook Messenger bots and specifically how to implement those for e-commerce brands, better for e-commerce brands that already have, that are somewhat established, that got a bit of an audience that want to add this channel on. So as a reminder, what you get is a 6-week training where we go over welcome messages, main menus, how to get subscribers, JSON ads, ManyChat flows, bottom of funnel ads, ongoing broadcast strategies, email opt-in and messenger campaigns. You get my ad swipe file, Molly Pittman's masterclass. You get the breakdowns and Q&As in there. And you can get that at smartmarketer.com/go. It's a $200 discount for the next 4 days, only $12.97. I'm going to take some questions, but I just want to show you that when you go to smartmarketer.com/go, you will see that there are 2 payment options. You can pay in full for $12.97, or you can do a 2-pay of $7.97. So now I will answer some questions. But first, I heard that Facebook has a limit on how many times you can message someone. Please explain. Yeah, you can't spam people, right? You can't spam people. Anyone who's difficult, you just unsubscribe them. If someone messages you, you can send them 3 messages within the first 24 hours and then 1 more message after the original 24 hours to try to get them to resubscribe. Apologies about the $9.97 price point that showed. That's not, that was just from an old deck from a different training. Okay. Can you send promotional messages to subscribers? Well, we do, right? So we send subscription broadcasts, which are like, hey, go visit our site to watch this piece of content, or hey, go visit our site to learn about this thing that we're doing. And we always give people the ability to unsubscribe. So we haven't really had an issue with any of the, inability to message people ongoingly. It's really, it's only for people who are spamming who are going to get in trouble for doing that. What is your take on messenger tools that offer subscriber boxes right on the product page below the add to cart? Yeah, what you can't do there is automatically check it. So you can have it that someone checks the box and then they're sent into Facebook Messenger. But Facebook's cracking down on that because when someone clicks add to cart, they're not clicking, join. They're not clicking send me a Facebook message. So you got to be real clear about that. And a bunch of people got in trouble for that. So I would say until Facebook live chat becomes a really valuable solution. So eventually Facebook live chat on your e-commerce website will be like a really cool solution that you can use. And then when people live chat you on your website, it'll automatically add them to your Facebook Messenger, which is kind of fun. But that's not here yet. Should you run Messenger on your site or use other like your site? Well, it depends. My websites are very specific and I need a real robust live chat service, and Facebook Messenger as a live chat service provider isn't very robust, but it will be. Eventually we'll all switch to Facebook Messenger, for live chat. And yes, this is a very careful step-by-step training. All my trainings are step-by-step. Should you run, thank you. I saw you at Resonate. Oh, sweet, man. I hope you enjoyed that. Can you describe the many added values this course has over the 20-hour ManyChat training has on their website? Some overlapping subjects. For sure, there's overlapping subjects, but the thing that you get with me that you don't get with free trainings is I'm giving you all of the actual strategies, campaigns, tactics, swipe files from an 8-figure e-commerce brand and what's actually working for us, right? Specific, practical, copyable examples. That's why it's more valuable, because it's what's actually working in my business. So I'm brand new to the e-commerce space. I need an ad copy and sales funnel. Is this program for me? No, this program is not for you. This program is for people who have an established brand. They're out there, they're running ads, they've got an email list, or not, but they're trying to add an additional communication channel onto their business. Why don't you use the Facebook Messenger on your website to provide chat? As I mentioned, Facebook Messenger as a live chat service is terrible. They don't have things like targeted invitations where you can, pop up a chat widget after 60 seconds of someone on the site. They don't have things like saved replies if you have more than one chat agent. It's not live chat. All right. It's not meant to be a live chat service. It's a messenger. Eventually, someone will build a live chat tool that sits on top of Facebook Messenger, and you'll be able to do all the stuff that you need for live chat, like multiple agents and saved replies and the ability to pass tickets back and forth. But right now, it's just a communication channel. Let's see. Okay. You know what? My voice is kind of starting to go. So for all of you that stayed as long as you did, thank you for that. I do appreciate it. And just pop this over. You can see this one more time. This is all the stuff that comes in the training. And, whether or not you go through my training, like if you're serious about taking advantage of this channel of communication that brands have in Facebook Messenger before everyone else, and really dialing it in and doing it right and copying all of my sales strategies and everything that's working for me, then join my course, smartmarketer.com/go. You can save $200. This is the last time it will ever not be $14.97. It's going up in price on Tuesday, Tuesday night. So if you don't buy it by Tuesday night, it's going up to $14.97, and that's where it will live. I will also say that, that I don't want your money if it's your last $1,200. I would rather you spend that on paid advertising or freaking rent. I only want you to join this if you have the surplus to invest in your brand, and invest in training that's going to help you scale your brand. And again, I think your most valuable asset that you have is time. So thank you so much for spending some time with me on a Thursday night. I hope you got value out of this training. I'd love to see you in Smart Facebook Messenger, because it's a really phenomenal training program on how to implement a Facebook Messenger strategy into your business. You can go to smartmarketer.com/go to join and get a $200 discount over the next 4 days. Thanks so much, and catch up with you all later. Have a good one. Bye.